boy Tim, back with another live stream. Not sure how long we'll stream today, but I had a few minutes. Had the desire to do a little talking. Wanted to check in with my peoples, check in with the community, see how everyone is doing. I'm having a blessed Tuesday. I believe it's Tuesday. Yes, it's Tuesday. Having a blessed day. So I want to check in, see how everyone's doing. Give it a minute before I get. It's going to be a spiel today. We're going to talk today. Got a topic. This is a topic that's kind of been on my mind. Sometimes these things pop in my head. M2M, how's it going? Peace. Peace to you as well. Peace and blessings. Sometimes these things pop in my head, and it takes me a while to kind of iron them out, formulate them. Get it to where to where it makes sense in my head. And this one, I think I finally got it somewhere close to making sense. Appreciate everybody coming through. Appreciate everybody hitting the thumbs up button. Thank y'all. Free Inner Chef, how you doing? Tiffany, how you doing? We're going to talk. And like I said, it says in the title, I think it's kind of an unpopular opinion. Might lose some people on this one. How's it going, Jennifer? Everybody else who said hello. Might lose a few people. But I've been thinking about this, and I don't think there's anything wrong with any of us. I don't think there's a single thing wrong with any human being on this planet. I'll tell you why this is what we're talking about today. Like I said, today might be one where I'm doing a lot of talking, may not be in the comments. If there is something you just feel you got to interject into the conversation, there is the super chat option. That's all I'm going to say on that. So I watch a lot of like self-help stuff and motivational stuff. This may be why I came to this realization, because that's a big part of what I do. A, like I like that type of stuff. And B, it's kind of in line with what I do. So the more of that type of content I take in, the better job I can do of being, a motivator myself. So it's kind of like, it's kind of like homework. I go to bed at night listening to people like Alan Watts, a lot of other people. I'll wake up in the morning listening to the same type of stuff. Like I was listening to Mel Robbins this morning. A little Lisa Bayou, watching, I forget who she was interviewing, but I watch a lot of her stuff, her husband's stuff. This is what I do. And maybe it's because I do take in so much of that type of content that I started to be overwhelmed. I started to be overwhelmed by the fact that like everybody felt like there was something wrong with them they needed fix. Like every one of these interviews or lessons or speeches, it felt like somebody was telling the rest of us how to fix themselves. Or if people were being interviewed, or if there was Q&A, it just seemed like everybody had something wrong with them that needed to be fixed. And I'm like, everybody? I'm like, all of us are effed up? All of us? And I'm like, if all of us are screwed up, well, then none of us are. Right? You see what I'm saying? If everybody's screwed up, then none of us are. That's just the human condition. Because I'm like, everybody has something, some type of thing they want to fix. It's a litany of so many things it could be. Oh, I got this. I got that. I got this. I'm dealing with this. I'm dealing with that. I'm like, everybody screwed up? Then none of us are. That's just the human condition. And that's why I'm like, you know what? There's nothing wrong with any of us. Now, could there be some things about ourselves we want to change? Sure. Could there be some things about myself I want to improve? Sure. But I think we have this ideal that like there's stuff wrong with us, and this is what like tears at our self-esteem. This is what brings us down. There's nothing wrong with us. We just, went through different experiences. We got different genetics, different DNA. As a 42-year-old man, this is what I'm dealing with. Nothing wrong with me. But I think a lot of times, I think we go into it. After a certain age, we start looking for the wrong. After a certain age, we start looking for what is wrong with us. We start looking for things to blame, what screwed me up. You see people all the time who feel like they have good lives, and then they'll listen to someone talk about their problems, and they'll be like, oh, that happened to me too. There are so many people who weren't nothing, everything was cool. It was all good just a week ago. And then someone else comes out and says, oh, I have blah, 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 blah syndrome. And that person goes, you know what? I think I have that too. Because I do that too. Nothing changed. But now that they think, oh, it's a behavior, suddenly they're screwed up. They need help. They need medication. It's all this stuff. It's like we look for something to be wrong with ourselves to fix it. Instead of just accepting we're okay. We're fine. There's nothing wrong with us. I've started saying I don't have character flaws. I have character traits, some of which I want to change. Nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with the stuff I do. I've just identified some of the things I do, some of the traits I have. I kind of want to change them. And I feel like if you come from that place, not only does it do wonders for your self-esteem and therefore for your whole life, but you just like you're not like out here desperately seeking a solution. When you come from a place of there's nothing wrong with me, I am who I am, I do want to switch some stuff up. But it's like there's no pressure, you don't feel broken. So I just want to switch some stuff up to get to a different place. I'll give you an example. We'll take me. Let's take me. Let's talk about me some more. I've always been pretty thin. And as I'm getting older, I think a lot of it has to do with some of the stomach issues I have. I'm getting even thinner. If you look at a picture of me from 7 years ago, my passport picture, my face is, compared to now, huge. I'm like, that dude was fat. So I could look at it from a couple different ways. I could look at it from the place to like, oh my God, oh, something's wrong with me. I'm so skinny. I'm so frail. I got to figure out a way to like gain weight. Blah, 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 blah. I could look at it as like a problem that needs to be fixed. Or I could say, hey, as a 42-year-old man dealing with whatever I'm dealing with, I'm 155 pounds. I kind of, for my own personal whatever, would like to be 165. I'm going to figure out a way to gain 10 pounds. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm perfectly fine and attractive at 155 pounds. Just for me, and for whatever reason, I kind of want to gain 10 pounds. So I'm figuring out how to gain 10 pounds. You see how much less pressure there is? You see how much less pressure there is? And I just use that one because it's a pretty easy, obvious one. That could be anything in life. That could be anything in life. When you come from a space of, it's fine. When you come from a space of, it's fine. I just want to change something. There's no pressure. It's like, it becomes fun. You know what I mean? Hey, I got to figure out a way to gain 10 pounds. When everything in my body is like, nah, we stay in 155. It's kind of fun. As opposed to if I look at it as a negative, then it's like stress. I got to figure this out. Every day I look in the mirror, I'm like, nah. And I think that's what we're just like, I think it might be part of the programming. I think we hit a certain, kids don't think like this. Kids don't even think about it. Kids do what they do. Kids do what they do. You could have a kid with, all kinds of what we consider malfunctions and issues. That kid still goes out and plays every chance he gets. You ain't stopping it. We get to a certain age, I don't know what it is, society, I don't know. We get to a certain age, suddenly we start thinking things are wrong with us. And suddenly we start hiding away, not wanting to be around people, trying to hide it, trying to cover it up. As opposed to just being like, okay, I identified this is something I want to switch up. You know what? That's cool, but I want to change that up. I want to change that up. There's no pressure there. No pressure there. It feels good. That feels good. hey, I've identified this trait. I kind of want to switch it up. I want to do a little better. I'm going to do a little better. As opposed to calling it a character flaw? Like, what? Character flaw? This is what we're taught. I think a lot of it we're taught, and then we just add to it. There's nothing wrong with any of us. Also, too, I got to add that when you think stuff is wrong with you, you start judging other people thinking stuff is wrong with them. When you get to a space where there's nothing wrong with, once you realize there's nothing wrong with me, there's just some things I want to change, then you can't judge other people. Then you can't judge other people. That person is just them. They're fine too. I may not like, how that person behaves, but it ain't got nothing to do with me. I might wish that person acted a little different, behaved a little different, did something a little different, but it ain't got nothing to do with me. That person's fine. Once we get past this whole, there's something wrong with us as humans, I feel like life gets so much easier. I don't get all worked up every time, all day long, judging other people. And I don't get all worked up thinking like I got to hurry up and fix some stuff about myself. It's all okay. You want to change some stuff up? Do it. You don't want to change stuff? You don't have to. There's some people in the chat right now, like, I don't know what this guy's talking about. I've always thought I was perfect. And that's fine. You're ahead of the game. If you've always thought you were perfect, ain't nothing wrong with you, keep thinking that. Keep thinking that. People try to tell you, nah, you need to find something wrong with you. If someone was like, I'm perfect, people would try to point out 10 things to tell them you're wrong. Think about it. If someone came to you and was like, bro, I'm perfect, I'm good, people would try to find 10 to 12 things to cut them down to size. There's something wrong with everybody. Stop. Why? Why do we feel the need to like do that to people? Why is that in our thought pattern? There's something wrong with everybody. We're all fine. We're doing what we do. We're all still growing. We just are. It just is. Y'all know me. I'm big on isness. That might be the title of my book, Isness. No one will buy it because no one will know what that's talking about. No one will get it. It just is. We just are. When we can accept that we just are, and that we don't have to spend our whole life trying to like fix ourselves. It's like, stop. It's exhausting. I'm telling you. It's exhausting. And once again, maybe it's because I do watch so much motivational content, things of that nature, which I love watching. But sometimes I'm just like, man, all of us? Hey, Johan the Professor, appreciate that. Super Chat Squad, thank you. Says, I agree, people from church always try to manipulate. We do it. And certain groups seem to appreciate the love, appreciate the support, Johan. Good to see you. People do it. And certain groups, I think, might be programmed to do a little more than others. I don't just want to put church people on blast. But hey, in line with what we're saying, if that's how people feel the need to live their life, they're fine too. They're good too. No judgment. If that's what their experience is and everything, as long as they've been alive, has brought them to, I can't judge that either. I try not to be that way. I'm trying not to be that way, but that's just me. There's nothing wrong with them for being that way. It's just not for me. And I think that's the place we got to come from. Is where we're accepting of ourselves and accepting of others, irregardless of what they do. You have the right to behave how you behave, be how you are. You're fine. I got the right to do what I want. It's fine. We all are the byproduct of, and this is the thing we have a hard time, some things we have a hard time wrapping our heads around. Because we get involved like very deeply emotionally. We all are the byproduct of whatever. Our environment, our DNA, our genetics. Some people turn out certain ways that may not be the healthiest for society. But that's who they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of this stuff is above, like, us. I don't know what makes a person, let's say, a serial killer. Some did. But, like, it's do I like them killing people? No. Am I going to be a serial killer? No. But I don't know why. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes we spend all this time trying to, like, work and figure out and do this other stuff. And it's like, it just is. Some people are born psychopaths. I can't do nothing about it. But I'm not going to sit here and judge that person because they might have literally been born that way. If your whole entire life you've been a psychopath and you don't understand this concept of, like, compassion for humans and all these weird ideals pop in your head and you do crazy stuff, I can't judge you. I might like you to change. Say, hey, I hope that person could, learn to, be more compassionate, not be out here eating people. But, like, I can't judge that person because I don't know why they do what they do. That's what I'm saying. But I think a lot of times we're so, and it makes sense. People do heinous things. You kind of want to jump on them and call them a heinous person. I personally can't do that. That person is just who they are. I'm losing somebody. Oh, I'm losing people. You start getting to the deep stuff. People bring it up, then I start talking about it, start losing people. But I'm going to talk about it. I don't shy away from the deep stuff. People do what they do. I don't think there's anything wrong with any of us. And I will say, in society, sometimes you got to pay the price for what you do. But we're all just a byproduct of what we've been through, what we've seen. Our genetics, our DNA, all these other things. We don't all need to be out here just thinking like we're all just broken. We are who we are. Imagine if everyone had that thought. I am who I am. And if I want to change some stuff, I'll just change it, but it's not negative. The way I behave, the way I interact, the way I look, none of it's negative. I can change it, though. If I don't like it, you can not like something and not be negative. I don't like Brussels sprouts. It doesn't make them bad. So it's just like, I can not like something about me and want to change it, but it doesn't make it bad. But I think currently, if we don't like something about ourselves, it's bad. Tiffany, thank you. Super Chat Squad said critical hit. Yes. I haven't seen that sticker in a while. I don't know if I've ever seen that one. I like that one. Thank you, Tiffany. Tiffany, I appreciate the support. Thank you. It's all mindset. Probably one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful thing you can realize in life. The reason I think it's so powerful is because a lot of the other changes you make come from that is mindset. Mindset is huge. Mindset is huge. When you realize it's how you look at it and your mindset on things that determines like how things turn out in your life. Hey, Cecilia, does that say Celia Fitness? Thank you. Super Chat Squad, thank you. Says, hey, when you live life or behave outside the norm, then something is considered wrong with you. I agree. That's the society we live in. Is that Super Chat Squad? I appreciate the support. Thank you. When you don't behave like everyone else, there's something wrong with you. But like, what does that even mean? There's something wrong with you. Like, what? It's like, no, I'm just doing me. This is how, for whatever reason, I choose to live my life. You know, it's crazy. We don't even understand why we do a lot of things we do. Even those of us who have broken free from like society and don't feel the need to conform, I don't totally understand. I don't understand why I'm a nomad. I just know I love it. I love travel. I love being on the road. I don't know why. How can we say anybody's wrong or when we don't even understand ourselves? I don't know why I'm the way I am. I don't know why I like what I like. I don't know why I love chicken wings. I don't know. Hey, by the way, real quick, sidebar. I cooked some steak in the air fryer last night. I'm on my way, ladies and gentlemen. You're looking at a chef in the making. Anyway, I don't know why I like steak. We don't even understand ourselves, but we're so quick to judge someone else who does something different because they're prompted to do it. Not to mention when we all deep down inside have thoughts like that. Some people are just braver, more courageous, whatever, and decide to do them. Or stubborn, like me. I'm just stubborn. You're not going to tell them what to do. I'm stubborn. I don't care. But society will look at people and be, oh, something wrong with that person, when they're just reacting like to whatever voices or, it's crazy. Imagine if we lived in a world where from the moment you were born, the message you got was do whatever you want to do. As opposed to you must behave this way, obey, conform. What if there was no message? What if there's no message? What if from the time you were born, it was just like, What if there's no message? What if it was just like, It was just implied. Do whatever you want. I feel like the world would just be a much better place, I feel like the world would just be a much better place, and like we wouldn't have so many people. I mean, like, in this, I'm not. A lot of people want to jump on like the self-help, community or the motivational community. Are there some people out there who try to sell you courses to fix your life who don't know what they're talking about? Sure. Where was I going with that? See, I got sidetracked. No, I'm saying, okay, well, it sounds like I'm not bashing motivational, inspirational, self-help. I'm into all that. I consume a lot of that. I like to think I put some of that out. But I just think that, like, there's nothing wrong with that. I just wish we came at it differently. I just wish it was like, there's nothing wrong with you, but if you want to switch some stuff up, here's how you do it. As opposed to, like, I feel like now the message, now you're broken, here's how to fix you. It's like, nah. We're good. We can be better. I think that should always be the message. I'm good. I can be better. Or it could be, yeah, I'm in a little, I'm in a little funk right now, but I'll come out of it. You know what I mean? Even if you're down. And that's the way I try to, like, when I do get down sometimes, because we all do. I've said many times, I'm a big believer in letting yourself take some time to be down. Give yourself time to be down. You just got out of a relationship. You can lay in bed for a week, cry your eyes out. It's okay. Eat Ben and Jerry's till you pass out with the spoon in your mouth. It's okay. Lose a loved one. You're sick. Well, it's okay to be down. But I like to come from a place of, yeah, I'm down right now, but I'm not going to stay down. I'm struggling with this right now, but I'm going to be back up. And it's okay, because it's something, if I'm as a human, I'm struggling with something, that means it's something humans struggle with. It's not a personal thing. A lot of times we take things on ourselves. Okay, I'm struggling with this. Something's wrong with me. I shouldn't be struggling with it. Meanwhile, there's 8 million other people in your same region struggling with it. There's nothing wrong with you. You're struggling with something that humans struggle with. You're struggling with something that humans struggle with. And it happens. It happens to all of us. The secret is in, like, not letting it get you down forever. And then, like, coming back from it. And you can get to a point where, like, oh, this ain't gonna get me. This has me down for a little bit, but I'm gonna come back up. And honestly, this might even help me improve some, because I'll have more experience in my experience book of life. 6 months ago I didn't have this. 6 months ago I hadn't been through this situation. Now I have. This helps me for the next time. And that's what life is about, growth. You know what I mean? Life is about experiences and memories and laugh and loving and growing. It's not about, I think we try to, like, we're taught kind of to, like, oh, if I can get everything, if I can fix myself. Appreciate y'all hitting the like button. We just hit 100 likes. I appreciate that. Definitely helps out. I feel like sometimes we feel like, oh, if I can just fix everything and I can get to this perfect spot in life. It's like, nah, that's not what life is. Like, life is constant growing. Like, life is constantly just, you almost say evolving. I wouldn't want to get to a spot and be there the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to always be growing and learning new things and realizing something I didn't know, last week, last year. I want that to happen until the day I die. You know what I mean? I want to be learning something. Oh, you definitely gonna learn something the day you die. Oh, they was right about this death thing. there's gonna be some real learning that day. But I just, it's our mindset on it. Our mindset on it is so negative. It's so toxic a lot of times. Woe is me. This happened to me in the past, so I have this, I have that, I have this. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, nah, just like, all right, this is where I'm at. And that's where I'm trying to go, and I'm gonna get there. Jacqueline, I appreciate the subscribe. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the journey. This is where I'm at. And it's cool. It's fine. But if you want to do some changing or some growing, it's an option. Very simple. I'll tell you, this life stuff is so simple. Not always easy, but the overall concept is simple. Not always easy to do, because we do go through some things in life that we really got to struggle, push, but the concepts are easy. What can't be cured must be endured. You either enjoy it or endure it. It's very simple. We make life so complicated and so hard. We got all this stuff going on and all this stuff we feel like we need to do, all these metrics we feel like we need to hit. It gets exhausting, I'm telling you. It gets exhausting. Some days it's just like, wow, everybody's screwed up. Everybody's got something wrong with them. What happened to just living? You know what I mean? Hey, Wilfred, thank you. Will Fried. Thank you. Whoa, that's a long name. Will Fried. Thank you. Super Chat Squad, I appreciate the love. Thank you. Mic drop, let's go. I like that sticker. That's a good one. Thank you. I appreciate the support. Thank you so much. I just envision a world where people believed in themselves and loved themselves. Like if we started from a place of love for ourselves, self-love. If we started from a place of self-love. And just all loved ourselves. And the gift we gave ourselves, because we do love ourselves, is that some things we change or improve about ourselves. Since I love myself so much, I'm going to put in the effort and the work to switch this up. Not saying there's anything wrong with me now, or not saying I can't love myself the way I am now. I love myself in my life now, but I want to add this to it as a gift to myself because I love myself. But as it is now, we're so down on ourselves. A lot of us hate ourselves. A lot of people hate themselves. People say that. People will say, oh, I just hate myself. I hate the way I look. And no judgment. I can get how you can get there in today's society. But it's like, nah, we got to switch that up. I envision a world where everybody loves themselves. I envision a world where everybody looks in the mirror and is just like, yep. Yep. That's the world I envision. That's the world I envision. Is that world possible? I don't know. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. I mean, everything's possible. Everything's possible. Which is another reason we don't have to worry about what's going to happen. That's another reason I don't really worry about what's going to happen. This is kind of a sidebar. People getting very worked up these days. They're nervous about war, things of that nature. Anything's possible. And that means anything we perceive as good is possible, as well as anything we perceive as bad. So you don't have to get worked up about what's going to happen in the future, because it's just as likely the very good thing you're not thinking about is going to happen as the very bad thing you are thinking about. The Oracle of Whimsy coming through. Thank you, Super Chat Squad with the rolling on the floor laughing pair. Yes. The stickers are hot and heavy today. The stickers are coming through good today. I appreciate the love, Oracle of Whimsy. Appreciate the continued support. Appreciate you coming through with a little sticker love. Thank you. Good to see you. That's why I don't be worried about what's going to happen with the world. Part of it, too, is like I really don't care. Like, I don't want war and famine and disease and stuff like that to happen. That hasn't stopped it from happening since the beginning of time. But like I don't you know, I'm not too scared about it. Like it's gonna do what it's gonna do. I'm either gonna enjoy my life, or there's gonna be times I enjoy my life, times I'm just enduring. I already know that. I don't really get worked up and worried about what's gonna happen. Like, you know, try to stay away from certain things that don't cause me to get those rushes of anxiety, you know, because even when you're not too worried about stuff, they'll find a way to throw a news story at you that, you know, I try to stay away from all that. I love myself, love my life. I love everybody on this planet. We're all out here just doing the best we can. I don't care who you are. We all out here just trying to get through this life the best way we can, play this game the best way we can. I can't judge somebody. How they play the game, how they live their life. It's very simple. It's very simple. We as humans try to overcomplicate things, which overcomplicates things and causes us stress and anxiety, and then we wonder why we're so stressed out and anxious. The answers are there. I mean, it's from the beginning of time, all throughout history. There's been people who figured it all out, and they wrote it down. You know, it's the answers are there. How to live a simple life. How to be at peace. You know, the average person has probably never Googled how to be at peace. We got Google now. Bing for some of you, or whatever Apple's thing is. Safari, I don't know. I'm not a Mac guy. Not there's anything wrong with that. You know, now we have these things called search engines that you can put any question in and you will get an answer. Imagine 30 years ago if you wanted to figure out, how can I be more at peace in my life? What do you look up in the encyclopedia? You go get the Encyclopedia Britannica from the library. What do you look up? Peace? It'll be talking about world peace. We live in this era where I can literally type in how can I be more at peace, and I promise you over 200,000 answers will pop up. The answers are there. A lot of times we just so busy doing other stuff, we don't look for it. We don't even take the time to the important questions in our life. We don't even take the time. You know, once again, no judgment. No judgment. People play this game the way they play it. I'm just saying there's certain little cheat codes you can use to make this game a lot easier. Or to make it so that the game really doesn't matter all that much to you. You're just here to play it. For the 80, 90, 100 years, you know, you're here. Sorry about that. Had enough. We've said several, and not to break into no judgment, but you people have the right to do what they do. I also have the right to block people. I've said before, we ain't gonna be on here proselytizing, and there's a difference between saying your piece and just going in, especially on topics that you know, like we've said several times. We're not gonna talk like that. So anyway, had to block one person. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not. I am sorry I had to block them, but I'm not sorry I blocked them. So that was kind of my message today, folks. For the beginning, there's nothing wrong with any of us. Stop judging yourself so harshly. Stop judging the other people. We're all just byproducts of what we're made of, what we've been through, how we were raised, what school we went to. That's a big one. I got to start saying that more. Byproduct of what school system you went to. That's a big one. I think that's one we don't talk about enough, folks. Ooh, I think we might have stumbled across something. When was the last time anybody talked about you spent 13 plus years in a public school system? No one ever says, I'm screwed up because of the school system I went to. But a lot of times, a lot of people saw their teachers more than their parents growing up. A lot of people see their teachers and their fellow classmates more than their parents growing up. People always so quick to blame their parents. People always so quick to blame their parents. No one ever says, man, if I hadn't gone to that D school system, I might be a different person. I might be a different person. No one talks about that. We might have to delve a little deep into that. Somebody mentioned they're reading The Man Who Quit Money. I highly recommend that book. Very good book. The Man Who Quit Money, about Daniel Suelo. Very good book. Nobody ever talks about the Detroit County school system when they're passing out blame. I just get really worked up when people immediately cast blame on their parents. Did some people have some out there parents? Yeah. Once again, though, their parents were doing the best they could. Once we start counting blame, you got to keep going back. That's why even blame? Because you can be like, I blame my parents. Well, then you got to look at why your parents were the way they were and why they raised you the way they did. So it goes back to whatever they're going to blame. And then whatever they blame, you got to figure out why. You know what I mean? That's why I think it's, we're so quick to just blame and it's just so definite. The reason I'm screwed up is because this. And it's like, start at the bottom. I am this way. It's not going to change anything you putting blame on somebody or something. I am this way. Now, if you need to acknowledge certain things to work through them, okay. Mercedes, thank you. Super Chat Squad said mood. Yes. Mercedes, thank you. I appreciate the love and support. Thank you so much. Now, if you need to acknowledge certain things to help work through it, I get it. But even then, it's I acknowledge, blah, 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 blah. This might have happened, blah, 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 blah. Boom. This is where we're at. Now it becomes, I don't like being where I'm at, or I don't like this about me. How do I change it? This is where I'm at. It's not a good or a bad thing. It's just where I'm at in life. I'm going to forget about the reasons why I'm this way. We're going to start here. We're going to start here and move forward. Because I think a lot of times when people play the blame game, you're looking back and they're constantly. You've done it. No judgment to these people. But we've all talked with people who constantly, all they want to bring up is the reasons why they're the way they are. These are typically the people we don't answer the phone when they call. We don't go to their baby showers no more. We don't go out to, guys' night with these dudes. Because it's always just yeah, I'm screwed up because so-and-so did this to me. Bro, y'all broke up 4 years ago. I need you to move on. Respectfully. And it's I just think it's better when we start from a place of, it's accountability. I am who I am. This is who I am right now. Now I'm taking the reins. Even if some stuff in the past or whatever contributed to me being this way, I'm taking the reins now. That's funny, Aisha. Still get the therapist. Now I'm taking the reins. And from henceforth and furthermore, I'm accountable for how I am. Drawing that line in the sand. Okay, in the past, I might have let nope, now it's me. Timothy Ward's taking the reins. I'm driving the stagecoach. If it gets robbed, it's on me. If I drive it too hard and the horses run out of water and fall over dead, it's on me. If we get to our next destination on time, it's on me. Detective of life, I think it's never too late to become more knowledgeable. Never. Like why would it ever be too late? You can always grow and learn and take in more knowledge. Always. I think that's what life is. You know? But it's that accountability. I'm fine the way I am. I'm not looking back at what made me this way. And in future, it's all on me. But I just think, yeah, we're just taught to, it's never you. It's never you. It's weird. We get like so many mixed signals. That's why we're all confused. We get so many mixed signals. Oh, there's so many things wrong with you. You're not fine just the way you are. And by the way, it's not your fault. You suck. You're ugly. You're broken. It's your fault, but also not your fault. We get all these mixed signals. And that's why we're so confused. That's why I think it falls on, y'all know me, whenever people are slowing down or whatever around me, I think they're going to the dumpster. I parked by the dumpster so nobody could park next to me. Now somebody's parked behind me. Aisha about to walk out of work again. It don't take much for Aisha to walk out of work. The stream's good, she walking out. The stream's bad, she walking out. I just mess with it. You don't always mess with it. Well, I like that one, Jewel. Life's a school. Just learn. Learn some stuff. Enjoy it. Learn some stuff. But don't get all down on yourself because of stuff you haven't learned. That's another thing too. Like sometimes in life you have to go through certain things to learn certain things. Sometimes our friends or someone we know has gone through it and they learned it. We might not have. So we don't know it. Or we haven't learned it. You know what I mean? Sometimes there's a concept we're familiar with, but life hasn't put us through whatever it is we would have to go through to actually learn it and get it. And we can be down on ourselves for that. It's like, nah, you just ain't been through that. One day you'll go through it and be like, oh, okay, that makes sense now. I just don't like how down we are on ourselves in life. We're all out here just doing the best we can. You know what I mean? We're all doing the best we can. Let yourself breathe. Forgive yourself. Let yourself be happy. Give yourself permission to be happy. You're an awesome person. You're an awesome person. You're doing fine. Pat yourself on the back from now and every now and then. Look at the 2 years we just went through. We're all rock stars. We're still here. We're all rock stars. We're still here. How did rock star become the one? No one's ever we're all country music stars. We're all classical music stars. Why is it rock star? Why did rock star become mean you're killing it? You're a rock star. I always wonder about these type of things. No one ever says, you're a rapper. Oh, wait a second. It's about to turn my phone off. I got to turn the... It's about to turn my phone off. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm not turning it off. I gotta put my phone back. Y'all might hear the air blowing for a little bit. Sorry. I keep forgetting that if I put my phone up in the window, it'll kill it. Hold on, folks. I'm just putting my phone in the air conditioner a little bit, taking it down. I'm so used to streaming in the summer, in the wintertime. How's it going, Angela? I'm so used to streaming in the wintertime, I forget in the summertime it gets hot. Hang on, I'm gonna go get my sunshade. I'll be right back. All right, I gotta remember how to do this. It's been a minute. Some of y'all been around for a while. Y'all seen me do this before. Some of y'all like, what is he doing? I got this sunshade I can put up. Knock some of that sun down. How do I do this? Okay, this comes over here. I think that's it. I think that helps. Okay. I might be able to put her back up now. Okay. Yeah, I think that'll. And we'll crank the AC up. That might help it. I think that in the past, I think that helped. Cool. We still here. We still going. They can't stop us. Yeah, it's sunshade time. I'll be forgetting. I'm surprised I still have my sunshade. All the trips I've been through and stuff I had in this car, I'm surprised I still had it. Detective of Life asked me a little earlier what I thought the meaning of life was. I don't really know if there is one. And I think that the created can never understand why it was created. Right? I don't care how smart computers get, they will never understand totally why we made computers. You know what I mean? The meaning lies with the next level up. Right? And I think for an existence to have meaning, someone had to create it with a meaning. If you don't believe in creation or that something put us here, and you think it was just like a chance and evolution, well, then there's no meaning. It just happens. But if you do think like we were created with a meaning, that which is created can never fully understand its meaning. You'd have to be the creator. So like I have passions and I follow them. I don't spend a lot of time worrying about the meaning because like I don't know if there is one. And if there is one, I'm not smart enough to figure it out. Now, I like to think that there's, my passion and things I enjoy doing are like breadcrumbs that'll lead me to like the best life. So maybe I am, stumbled across my purpose or my meaning. But I could never know it. Like, how could I ever fully know why that would put me here, unless it tells me. Implicitly, like, this is why. But even then, I probably still couldn't understand it because it's got it, you know what I mean? So I just think that's one of those questions we've been taught to ask that really doesn't mean anything. Because no one has ever come up with an answer that just shut everybody up. No one's ever been like, oh, this is the meaning of life. And as soon as we heard it, we're like, she's right. Never. People have been asking that question since the beginning of time. I think we ask it more these days because I think our ancestors were living a lot more in line with like nature and how we're supposed to live. And it just wasn't a question I feel like they asked. They just existed. And I think part of it is because we have these technological advances that give us a lot more, I don't want to say free time because people are like, we're still busy. But I think it gives us a lot more time to do things that aren't tied to our survival, directly to our survival. I think our ancestors, most of their day was doing things that were directly tied to their survival, that if they did not do them, they might die sometime soon. So you don't sit around and ask what's the meaning of life when you're like really working on life every day, pretty regular. Us, since we have these technological advances and the world is the way it is now, a lot of the things we do aren't directly tied to our survival. So we have time to sit around and think like, what's my purpose? Like, I know I'm probably going to survive. Now what? Whereas our ancestors didn't know they were going to survive. So there was no time to worry about like, what's the meaning? Carl, thank you. Carl Hamar, thank you. Super Chat Squad. His live stream king. Hey, did you notice while you stopped drinking, you lost like 95% of your friends? LOL. I even lost the ones I grew up with. Carl, yes. Super Chat Squad, appreciate the love. Yes, you will lose friends when you stop drinking because a lot of people are in your life. I know for me, a lot of the people that my friends at the time were friends I met through drinking, or I met them in that lifestyle. So it's only natural that when you change that lifestyle, you're going to lose a lot of those people. And even like sometimes like the people you grew up with, your childhood friends, it may not be that like they don't want to hang out with you anymore. It might just be if they're always out drinking, like when they go out, if they're always drinking and partying and you don't do that no more, there's nowhere for y'all to hang out normal. You know, like, so it's not always the person like, oh, Tim don't drink no more, I don't want to kick it with him. Or you might not even be like, oh, I don't drink no more. But it just might be like, where would we hang out? Every time I go out, I'm at the library, a coffee shop, or, you know, I don't know, a movie. Every time they go out, they're at the bar, at the club. You know, they don't invite me over to the little dinner parties no more because I get super drunk. So it's just, yeah, it's natural. I think it's natural. But the cool thing is that opens you up to find new friends who have the same interests as you. Sometimes friendships, you know, they come and they go. I don't think it's you know, it hurts, you know, but once you realize, oh, it's not me, it's just, you know, we've changed some things up. I think it's easier to deal with, but yeah, it's definitely normal. Appreciate the love. Yeah, I know. I was one of those people, I had no clue how to hang out without drinking. So yeah, I'm sure when I was still drinking, there were people who stopped drinking and I stopped hanging out with them. I had no concept of how to do it. So, you know what I mean? Like it sucks and, you know, sometimes it hurts, but once you realize like it's not you, it's just like you. And here's the thing too, we can't totally blame them because we changed. I can't totally blame any of my friends who stopped hanging out with me when I stopped drinking because I stopped drinking. If I met you and we got drunk and partied every weekend, and then 2 years later, I suddenly stopped getting drinking and partying, it's not your fault. Like, I can't be mad at you. You're like, wait a second. All we've ever done is got wasted. Now you don't get wasted no more? You can't expect people to always stick with, you know what I mean? So, like, yeah, I don't blame people. I ain't mad at people. And like I always say, any love or friendships I lost for whatever reason, eventually the universe always provided people to fill that void. And the more I live in line with like who I am and the life I want to live, the more in line with my principles and values and things the people who come in my life are. When you're just out there willy-nilly doing whatever, people come in your life willy-nilly doing whatever. When you're kind of getting more and more tuned in on like, this is how I live, this is what I'm about, this is what I want for my life, those are the people that come into your life. Because A, you won't let nobody else in, and B, whenever somebody gets close, they see that if that's not what they're about, they're going to pull back. I used to have a lot of different people in my life before. And that's no shade against any of them. But there was a lot of people in my life before that weren't really, you know, they was there, but we wasn't really aligned. Now the people in my life were aligned, like, because nothing else will work. People might come around for a while, then they're like, nah, Tim's on this other stuff. They ain't gonna, you know what I mean? Or someone might get close and I'm like, you know what? I just don't know if that person's, V hitting. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, says keep it up. I appreciate that. I definitely will. Super Cat Squad in the building. Thank you, V. Thank you so much. Got the keep it up sticker. Every time I see your name, I think of Gary V, V Friends. I don't know, but that makes me happy. So doubly happy. Thank you, thank you. Nikki, you lost friends going to nursing school? When you actually graduated, you lost. That's crazy. See, it don't matter what it is. It ain't got to be. It don't matter what it is. You change your life. You change your life, you lose friends. I mean, just is what it is. It is what, you know what I mean? You say, I'm trying to change my life for the better, get a little degree going on, get a new profession. Nobody wants to hang with it. Angela, I appreciate you telling people hit the like button. We're doing good on the likes. So 180, yes. Likes are looking good. Yeah, it definitely makes it easier when, for whatever reason, people come in your life and go out of it. When you realize, oh, like that's just a slot that, you know what? I don't know who's gonna fill it, but I know someone's going to. So it kind of gives you something to look forward to. It's like, yeah, I might miss that person. And hanging out like we used to or whatever. But guess what? I know when it's time, the universe is going to send me someone to fill that slot. Hey, George, I appreciate you saying that. Thank you. I know when it's time, somebody else is going to come fill that slot. And, it's super exciting because I don't know who it's going to be. I don't know who's going to be. Mish, that's awesome. Not letting your family treat you the way they used to. Yeah, people will rebel against that for a little bit. But you know what? Here's what's crazy. They'll get used to it eventually. You start telling people this is the way you got to treat me. They might rebel against it in the beginning, but eventually they'll get used to it and they will start treating you that way. Yeah, if we want to, kick it with her, kick it with him, you got to come at them this way. I do think that applies to intimate to romantic relationships as well. Jess, I mean, I know it's definitely a deeper level of intimacy, but I do. If you're asking about the replenishment of friends of relationship, I think so. That's the way I look at romantic relationships. When the time is right, if God, the universe, whatever feels I need that in my life, it will send it to me. Obviously the reasons the other ones ended was because they wasn't meant to be any longer. That's the thing too. I think we've been sold this ideal of forever, even though nothing in this world is forever. But when it comes to friendships, relationships, anything with ships at the end of it, we think it's supposed to last forever. I think sometimes friendships and even relationships serve their purpose. That person was in your life to take you from 2015 to 2019. For whatever reason, it ended. It might have been supposed to end then, so you can move on, and in 2023, you find that next person that's going to take you from then until whenever. Or maybe you're supposed to be single for a while. The Rev, welcome to the channel. Appreciate the shares. I think this ideal of forever, it doesn't make sense. Do I have friends in my life that I'd love to be in my life forever? Yeah. But even if someone stays in your life, a lot of times the level which they're in your life changes. You know what I mean? Like I've got, ex-girlfriends that will be in my life forever, but we don't talk like we used to now. I know she will always have love for me. I always have love for her. Even if 5 years go by and then one day I reach out and call her, she calls me, we talk for an hour. There was a time when, I wish it'd been forever with her till I screwed it up. Was it painful when it ended? Yes. But it's just like maybe we was only, and when I look back, I see that. When I look back, I see like, oh, like her being in my life and the time period she was there it was what enabled me to do whatever I did in that time period. But when it ended, she's moved on, I've moved on. both doing well, I'm like, I don't think it was meant for us to stay together forever. You know, I've got friends who we were inseparable at certain times, but then life happens, you move on. It wasn't meant for us to be inseparable forever. Might have just been meant for it to work in that time period. And when I say meant, I'm not always saying there's a divine plan. Sometimes I think there is. Sometimes I think things go in line with the plan. Sometimes I just think things happen a certain way, and that's just the way they happen. I gotta correct this just so no one thinks I did not throw a bottle at any of my girlfriends. So we're not gonna paint this narrative like Tim was abusing a ex-girlfriend or something, throwing bottles at her. We're not gonna paint that narrative. I promise you, if anything like that come up again, it's block time. It's block 30. It's 316, but it's gonna be block 30. That's not even funny. You know, you can joke about your relationships. We ain't gonna throw dirt on Tim. I'll tell you why we broke up. I cheated. We not gonna act like it was some violent stuff. Nah, not that. Keep that, laugh at that to yourself. Chuckle to yourself quietly away from the keyboard. We're not doing that. They're not paying there. Anyway, I think that's just, you know, we have this idea forever, especially relationships. Oh, I've talked about this many times. There was a time in history, this was not how we viewed relationships. Marriage was like a social contract for the betterment of families. You know what I mean? You marry my daughter, you give us 80 goats, our families are tied together now. You know what I mean? You take my son. It was like that. Then for some reason we came up with this, the one, love at first sight, we live together happily ever after. Ever after? Like, where did this come from? Where does this come from? And I think that's why, if you look back at history, marriages last way longer than they do now, because people saw them different. Back then, there was a reason. We're going to stay together because of this. The reason we got married is still valid. The reason we got married is still valid in the past. Our families are tied together, blah, 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 blah. We may not like each other, but we got to make this thing work. Now we have this ideal that, it needs to be this love at first sight, and we stay together because we just love each other. 5 years go by, you don't love that person no more. No fault of their own or your own. There's no reason to stay together now. Okay, we're gonna move on from that. I get in trouble when I start talking about, married people. If you believe you found the one, your soulmate, please do not let some weird guy on the internet talk you out of it. I'm just saying, I think we just have these weird views. Yeah, if you met someone, he's like, I enjoy spending time with this person. Let's spend time with each other until we don't want to anymore. If you said it in the beginning, hey, we can call this whatever we want to call it, but if the day comes when you kind of want to do something else, let me know. I will cry, but let me know. And the same is true with you. Same is true with if you come say, hey, Tim, this is cool, but I kind of okay. I'd much prefer that than it turn into hate and disgust and throwing plates at each other in the kitchen. We just have, once again, mindset. I was talking about this earlier. Mindset. If we all had the mindset, hey, relationships come and they go. Some last a long time. A lot don't. I think it would be a lot easier to date as opposed to now we're just... And if we feel like we haven't found someone that's forever, there's something wrong with us, ties back in to the title. There's nothing wrong with you if you're single. Let's talk. Let's talk. There's nothing wrong with you if you're single. Nothing wrong with you. A lot of people are like, what's wrong with me? Why can't I find someone? We've had that discussion on this channel before. There's nothing wrong with you just single. Just a person came into your life that wants to interact with you on that level. But guess what? Most all of us got other people in our life who interact with us on another level. I'm always saying, like, I couldn't be mad or sad or down about being single when the universe has provided me with so many friends in my life. I got so much love in my life. I can't be mad that I don't have love on like a romantic level consistently. I can't be mad at that. When life is like, I'm sending you all this other love. You just gonna turn your nose up at that, take all that for granted? When there's people who would love to have the friends you have because you don't have this type of love, because you ain't found someone to love you that you sleeping with. Stop. Come on. Like, you got it. Nah. Once again, that's a societal thing. If you have not found someone to say they're dating you, there's something wrong with you. You're less than. If you have not found someone who will publicly say they're dating you and privately sleep with you, or publicly sleep with you. These days, people do all kinds of stuff on the internet, in parking lots. They've been doing that all the time. They just have the internet too. Something wrong with you? No, nothing wrong with you. One Callie, glad you like the channel. One Love Callie, excuse me. Nothing wrong with being single. You can be very happy single. Very happy single. I see a lot of talk about online dating. Yeah, online dating is an interesting one. Online dating is an interesting one because you do realize it's us on the apps. And what I mean by that is, if nobody was on Tinder, it'd just be a website, right? Tinder's not the devil. It's when the humans come on Tinder that things get weird. So it's not the apps, it's us. Once again, the internet just exposes us. If you're a creepo, you was a creepo before Tinder. If you was trying to catch you, like all the stuff people do on dating apps, they did in real life. If it was possible to do them. If it wasn't, they did it the same. It was the same behaviors. They just did it different. The internet just exposes like who we are to a bigger audience. Dating apps aren't evil. People get on dating apps and do stuff. If everybody got off Tinder tomorrow, if everybody got off Grindr tomorrow, it'd just be an app. And that's what it is now. You know what I mean? It's us. We were talking about blame earlier. That's another thing. Now I can understand you be like, I don't want to get on dating apps because it has a lot of this going on. I get that. It's just be like, yeah, I don't want to go in that part of town because this happens over there. Once again, it's the humans over there doing that. The part of town ain't bad. If you took the humans away, it would just be a part of town with buildings and stuff. It'd just be a park. You put the humans there, weird stuff happens in that park. So I can get you being like, I don't want to go to MacArthur Park after dark. Or you saying, I don't want to go on Tinder. I get that. But once again, it's always us. It's always us. The same people who are being weirdos on Bumble, a lot less weirdos on Bumble, I found, are the same people who was putting roofies in women's drink or men's drinks at the bar. It's the same people. I think it's just easier to come in contact with them with dating apps. Whereas a lot of us didn't come in contact with a lot of these weirdos. Which, once again, they're just living life the best way they know how. You know, something tells them to be weirdos. No judgment. People do what they do. Just don't be putting nothing in my drink. You might be setting yourself up for a good time you can't handle, ma'am. Put some roofies in my drink. Setting yourself up for something you cannot handle. Get me roofied up. I start getting silly. It's been an hour and 9 minutes. I can only be, too serious. They're gonna flag this chat. Like, Tim, you can't be joking about stuff like that. I said my drink because I don't drink no more, so it couldn't happen. Couldn't happen. Don't let the animal out. Don't let the beast rattle the cage. I used to say that a lot when I was drinking. When I was like, really, I'd be like, man, the beast is rattling the cage, man. The beast is rattling the cage. You about to come out. MH, the only action you get is from TSA at the airport? Hey. All you got to do is put a quarter, like in your shoe or something. Then they're going to have to full body search you. All you got to do is hide something small and metal somewhere on your body. Then you have to cavity search. Sorry, it's the law. Y'all got to cavity search me. They're like going through. You're like, I know my rights. Going through, sir. I know my rights. Y'all got to cavity search me. That thing beeped. That thing beeped. You have got to cavity search me. Full. No gloves. Stop. Okay, stop. I'm sorry. When I spread them and cough, you got to do your... The law says I'm entitled to a thorough screening in that room. Thorough screening. By agent of my choice. It doesn't say that. It doesn't say agent. It doesn't say agent of choice. It doesn't say agent of choice. It doesn't say that. You got to enjoy yourself, folks. You got to have fun with it. You got to have fun with it. As many times as TSA then aggravated me, I got to poke a little fun at them. They go. Someone's gonna watch karma. Next time we go through TSA, they're gonna be like, oh, Mr. I'm entitled to in the back room. You know, if they give you all 4 fingers, you're done. If they say go over there, okay. But if they say quietly, it's over. You ain't making your flight. Okay. What are we talking about? How do I get... I told you, I'm only good for about an hour of solid seriousness, then we got to get silly. We got, I enjoy life. Hey, Les Fernandez, thank you, Super Chat Squad. Let's go. Les Fernandez, I appreciate that. Appreciate the love of financial nature. So thanks for being you. You're welcome. And thank you for being you as well. See, there's nothing wrong with none of us. Nothing wrong with none of us. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Super Chat Squad. Here we go. Yes, Star. Once you start seeing through the veil, once you start questioning, I've always said, question everything, but know it comes with a consequence. Like you said, once you start seeing, oh man, I've been lied to, and you start telling other people about it, oh yeah, it gets crazy. It gets crazy. Once you see, it's like being out of the Matrix and going back in and telling people about the Matrix. No, it gets great. Like, question everything, but know it comes with a price. Because the more you realize you've been lied to about, the more you start questioning stuff, the more lies you uncover. You start to be like, wow, all of this? None of this is real? Give me something. And that's why, I can't blame people for hanging on to their illusions. That's why I love talking with y'all in this community. We're like-minded. We get a lot of the same stuff. In real life, I don't really be talking this stuff to a lot of people. I know they ain't ready. I might slip something in every now and then, but I know they're not ready. Some people will never be ready. I get it. Ignorance is bliss. I totally agree. I realized ignorance was bliss years ago, maybe about 10 years ago now. I worked with a guy who was not, how do I say this nicely? Like, intelligence wasn't one of his gifts. Like smarts. Wasn't one of his gifts. Very hard worker. This dude could outwork anybody. This dude would weed eat 8 hours a day straight. And this dude was a very hard worker. Had this girlfriend that we all knew was like cheating on him. Everybody knew it. And he had other stuff going on in his life where people were like kind of, you know, messing with him. Like his girlfriend would get his whole check. He'd come to work with like bologna sandwiches. You know, we'd work, 10 hours of overtime a week. And like he'd be broke the next week, eating bologna sandwiches and asking to borrow money. She took all his money. We knew she was cheating on him. We'd see their car at like in front of, dudes' houses while we were driving by sometimes. Like, ain't that his girl? But he didn't get any of this. He didn't get any of this. In his mind, that was his old lady. She was faithful. She needed his whole check. Like he did not, and he was the happiest guy in the truck. We'd be all worked up. Ain't that his old lady over there? Why he only eating bologna? Why he borrowing money? We'd be all worked up for him. And in his ignorance, and I'm not saying that negatively, I'm just saying he was one of the happiest people. He was fine. Nah, this dude was not in denial. He just didn't know. Like because every now and then we tried to say a little something, and he'd be like, oh, no. Like he just was, and was content. So content. I'm like, man, they were right. Like this ignorance is bliss. Like he just don't know, and he's fine. We're worked up. I'm mad at her every time she come pick him up. She become picking him up late, all kind of like. I mean, he was fine. Why your girlfriend 30 minutes late, Evan? Oh, I didn't mean to say his name. I did not mean to say his name. Dang. Oops, I'm about to go ahead and edit that out. But he was fine. That's what I'm saying. I was low key jealous because he was so like content. I'm over here worked up every day because I see all this stuff. He was fine. He was fine. And when I finally ultimately like realized that, I was fine with it too. I'm like, oh, that's how their relationship works. And it's fine. She gets everything she wants. He's getting everything he wants. Why am I worked up? They probably still together. I'm out here single. You know what I mean? Like, he booed up. I'm out here single, and I'm worried about him. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. Ignorance is bliss. I would still prefer to, like, just because the type of person I am, I want to know, like, seeking truth is what I do. Seeking truth is what I do. So I want to know. I need to know. I don't go in for ignorance. But if some people do, I don't, I know some people that like obviously know the society we're living in is a little off. I know some people who were asleep. They got woke, they opened one eye, and it was like, nah, I'm going back to sleep. You know what I mean? I know some people who was woke for about 5 minutes. They figured they saw, oh yeah, that's a lot. And they was like, nah, that's too much. Went back to sleep. I'm like, I know you know. And they like, nah, I don't know what you're talking about. I saw your eye open. I know you was woke for about 5 minutes. They're like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm asleep. And I respect that. It's crazy out here once you start thinking for yourself. I think it's the way to be for me personally. But like I respect some people who just no. This makes sense to me. I'm like, okay. I just, it's hard out here for a pimp. I had to say that. I don't know. That just, shout out to 36 Mafia. Hard out here for a woke pimp. Once again, life is a game. And it becomes infinitely easier once you realize that you play it the way you have the right to play it the way you want to play it. And everyone else has the right to play it they want to play it. To play it the way they want to play it. Life becomes infinitely easier. Because suddenly you stop judging yourself based on what everybody else is doing, and you stop judging other people based on what you're doing. Once I realize people got the right to play the game they want to, they don't have to play it like me. And I don't have to play it like them. Now, please keep your game plan over there if you own some other type stuff. We can play the game from 2 different consoles. You can be on, PlayStation 7. I'm over here on Xbox 80. You know what I mean? Leave me low. Because you own some other stuff. But I'm not judging. Like, you do you. Michael J. Yes, I do meditate. I try to meditate every morning. Every now and then I'll miss a day. But like today I had a really good meditation. Ariel, I'm going to get back to that real quick. Ariel, thank you. Oh, Super Chat Squad. I was looking at the sticker. Top. Okay. Is that a thing? Top. Okay, Ariel, thank you. I appreciate that. I love the stickers that get me. I'm going to have to ponder that. I'm going to have to meditate on that sticker. Ariel, I appreciate that. Super Chat Squad. I appreciate the love. Appreciate the support. Yes, I've been meditating for a while now. I think like over a year. I've tried to have part of my daily routine. Like I said, I miss some days. Sometimes when I'm working, it's really hard to fit it in. But yeah, meditation has been life-changing, a life-changing practice for me. And I'll get in these moods because there was one time, I've said this many times, there was one time that I was meditating and I was pondering on like love, and I got to that space and I was only there like 5-10 seconds, probably like 5 seconds, but that was enough. I got to the space of like true understanding, and I was like, oh, there's nothing to be worried about. Just every fiber in my being was just, oh, it is what it is. There's nothing to be worried about. And then as I started to think about being in that space, it went away. If I just stayed in that, I probably could have kept it longer, but I started thinking about it like, oh, snap, and then it went away. And I feel like sometimes when I'm meditating, I feel like I have to like achieve a certain level of peace, or I've never been able to get back to that spot before. But there are some meditations, some days I'm meditating and I have like this really good peace and it's a great meditation. And I feel like some days I try to get back to that space and then it's not as good a meditation. So these days I'm just trying to meditate without any expectation. And it seems like my meditations turn out better. It's like, it's just something I do. It's like you don't listen to music with any expectation. You just listen to music and you like it. So that's what I'm doing with meditation. The Free Perspective. What's up? See, I got to your comment quickly this time. Says, ooh, that magical space. You're inspiring me to shape up my own meditation practice. Yes. Glad I could inspire you. Good to see you. And you inspire me. You know more about this meditation stuff than me. You know more about the spiritual stuff than me. You have a pyramid in your room, which I think is awesome. I'm not messing with you. Good to see you. Yeah, no expectation. Just Malcolm, glad we could lift your day back up. You're welcome. Yeah, no expectation. Just doing it to do it. When you dance, it's like you don't have an expectation. Oh, I'm a drop it down, hit it low, come back up. I'm gonna feel great. No, you just do it. It just feels good. Oh, when I hit them splits. No, it's just like you just do it. You in that zone. You know what I mean? Like it's just it just is. Same with meditation. I'm trying to get more of it. Just is just something you do. You enjoy it. And here's something I've really been pondering on. Walk with me on this one, folks, if you will. So one of the things as a content creator that can happen, we're going to get back to that. We got to shout out Xandra first. Xandra, thank you. Xandra R, I appreciate the love. Super Chat Squad, thank you so much. So you're 100. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Super Chat Squad in the building. One of the things that as a content creator, especially when you do it, it's a good part of like your income. You're always looking for content to make. One of the things I'm learning is that creativity can't be forced. Creativity cannot be forced. Like creativity just happens. I think things inspire you, creative thoughts pop in your head, boom. I spend a lot of time trying to like make trying to logically think of and get creative. And it's like, no, you just have to allow yourself to like just do things, and then creative thoughts pop in your head when they pop in your head. And I think that ties in with meditation, because I have found a lot of times when I'm meditating and just let my thoughts go. A lot of times I'll just let my thoughts go where they go. Focus on, sometimes I'll kind of gently push some of them away, do a little focusing on my breathing, trying to get some different maybe thoughts going. But I'm not like doing any of it with the purpose. I feel like that's when like really cool ideas pop in my head. When I'm like just after meditating, sometimes in the morning, just laying in bed before meditating. But just, when I let go and I'm just kind of there, I feel like creative thoughts and ideas pop in my head. But when I'm walking back and forth in my room, like I need another video, nothing comes, or the same old stuff just keeps coming. But like those truly creative, like sparks of like, I don't want to say genius, but those boom, they'll just come a lot of times when I'm just, or I'm walking. It just seems like when I'm just in the flow and I'm just doing to do because I enjoy doing, that's when things happen, as opposed when I'm like doing because I need to, nothing ever happens. Ron, thank you. Super Chat Squad, Super Chat Train says, hi Tim, what's the best way to become non-tribal? Meaning how to stop picking sides based on race, politics, or gender? Great question. Appreciate the support, the continued support, Ron. I would say starting by, just realizing we're all human. You know what I mean? And this is hard to do because, and this is why the news media loves bringing up race, politics, gender, sexual orientation, because we all have a dog in the fight, except for politics. But like when it comes to race, we all have a certain race, we all have a certain gender, we all have a certain sexual orientation. So whenever the news mentions one of those, you're going to perk up, because even if it doesn't apply to you, it applies to you because it doesn't apply to you. Does that make any sense? You're like, oh, what they doing over there? You know what I mean? Even if it's not directly about your race, gender, whatever, since it's not, you still have a dog in the fight because you're the opposite or different. Excuse me, not opposite. So this is a hard one because the world we live in, society we live in, especially like the media, plays on this. But like I feel like it starts with understanding that like we're all like focusing on like we're all human. We're all human. If aliens came from another planet and like they didn't have the same whatever cones or rods in their eyes, like on the race one, if they didn't have the same cones or rods in their eyes to see the color of our skin, they would have no clue what we're talking about. All y'all look alike to us. Why y'all what? You know what I mean? So like I like to take it like a level up and just be like, bro, like my skin might be a certain hue, but like we're all like in this together. And I also think it helps to spend a lot of time with people who are opposite of you. I don't like you saying opposite, but different, I'll say. Spend a lot of time with different races, a lot of times with different genders, a lot of times with different people, different sexual orientation. If you're into politics, spend some time with people with, I'm not in politics. So what I did with that one is I just took politics off the table because it don't make sense to me. And I think once you spend more time, like when you have friends and loved ones of whatever group, whatever different group there is out there, it's hard for you to just like totally identify with your group and leave them out. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for you to just totally identify with another group and leave them other people out, because I love them people. Like, and this is, before I even say this is no shade to anybody. I know a lot of people who have YouTube channels that are focused on certain groups, and I respect that. That's their ministry. I can't say nothing about it. I personally don't do content really focused on one group because I got too many people in the community. I love everybody. They give me love. I can't make content just totally towards one group based on color, gender, things of that nature. Because it's just like I got too much love and I get too much love from everybody. I can't just see myself and say, oh, I can only make content for these people. Because I'm like, I'm just going to leave people out. So I think the more we interact with other people of other whatever, and we have a genuine and like real love for them, the harder it becomes to like just stick with because you're like, nah, I love them too. I rock with them too. Like, those are my people too. I can't leave them out. I can't, turn into my tribe when, like, the whole planet's my tribe. So hopefully that was a good answer. Hopefully that answer answered your question, Ron. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the support. I think we got another one. Hey, Mike01 Davis coming through, my boy. So my contribution for great live streams as always. Thank you. Listen to the last one at work last night. Give Southwest Airlines a try, Tim. Mike, I appreciate that. Appreciate that. And it's funny you said that. It's funny. Super Chat Squad. I appreciate the love, the continued support. It's funny you said that. So I was looking at a trip somewhere the other day. And like I've said before, Delta just ain't going where Delta used to go. I'm going to need to call somebody. If anyone has the number, the private home number, do people have home numbers? The private number to the CEO of Delta Airlines, I'm going to need that. I need to talk to someone. Delta don't go where Delta used to go no more. So, I was looking at, I don't even want to say it. Frontier and Spirit. And then I saw Southwest. And I remembered y'all said some good stuff about Southwest. So I looked it up. Too expensive. Actually, it wasn't that too expensive. But I was like, no. I was like, if I fly budget, I'm trying to go budget. So I don't know what I'm gonna do, because the place I'm trying to go, Frontier and Southwest, and like American go, but no Delta. So I don't know. We'll see. But I'm broadening my horizon. Hashtag only fly Delta when I can. I gotta add that. Hashtag only fly Delta when I can. But I've been having to look into some other airlines. Free perspective. Thank you. Super Chat Squad. I appreciate that. Thank you. Said loving your ministry always inspires me. Got to run. Hey, I'll see you later. Thank you. Hopefully I got to that before you left. Don't jump on me. I'm long-winded. I know. Thank you. Hey, Ron, coming back through with the double tap. Super Chat Squad, Super Chat Train. Ron, appreciate that. It's a great answer, Tim. Thank you. You're welcome. Glad you like the answer. Hey, that's awesome. Thank you, Ron. Always showing love, always showing support. Oh, Journey is checked in at Mammoth Hot Springs Employee Housing. Had a little fun in Bozeman last night at the Comfort Inn. Okay. Yes, and you're welcome. Said thanks for being a positive role model. You are so welcome. Your life will definitely be changed forever. I'm telling y'all, that seasonal work lifestyle will do that. And it warms my heart. Like, I get so happy. Appreciate the updates, man. Anytime I can turn someone on to seasonal work and they go for it, it's gonna get even better when Journey comes through and tells us all these great stories. It'd be even better. This happens sometimes. Journey might get up there and be so busy living life, we get forgot about. Get so busy up there working and exploring and meeting new people, we get forgot about. I ain't mad at that. Live your life. Tina, yeah, we still on. I sent you a message about an hour ago, Tina. I sent you a message. Yeah, we good. I'm a man of my word. Hey, Margaret, thank you. I appreciate that. Cash App Squad, thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. What is this going on here? Oh, it's not letting me hit it. I was doing good earlier. Oh, I think my phone got too hot. There we go. These bots. Every now and then these bots come through. Any advice for working at Yellowstone? Lee, you've been kicking around this seasonal work lifestyle long enough. You know. Go there, have fun. Raz, thank you, Raz. Super Chat Squad, thank you, Raz, thank you. 100, let's go. Yeah. Like I typically don't have a lot of advice for, like, that's why I haven't done a ton of seasonal work. I've done some seasonal work videos, but like here lately I haven't done a lot. I'm prepping for my ultimate seasonal work video. That it might be one of the last ones I do on it, but I want to cover, a lot. But I need a good location. I can't film it in the middle of Denver. You know what I mean? That just don't give the right vibe. But you know, I'm big on just like go. You know, you'll figure it out. Enjoy yourself. Hey, Journey, I appreciate you saying that. I can't forget about someone who's had the biggest influence on me deciding to do the seasonal life and Yellowstone. Hey, you're my trust and respect. That's deep. That's a sentence. You're a real one. Thank you. Keep changing lives, bro. Hey, that's what we do. That's what we do. Oh, them bots get people worked up. Bots get people worked up. I try to get rid of them as quick as I can, folks. Sometimes I'll be talking, the bots be killing the chat. I get long-winded. I go off on a tangent. I don't see the bots for a while. But I will say this. I'm usually more likely to see the bot than to see a comment that says bot. That's all I'm saying. I'm usually more. I don't know. It's just funny to me. It's funny to me. When I scroll through the comments and there's a bot that has this long, crazy comment about whatever, and it's like 8 of them, and then there's like one comment from someone that says bot. It's like, what a, like, I just mess with y'all. I just mess with y'all. I just mess with y'all. I just mess with you. You know me. I joke. I kid. Hey, Matt, 20 days sober. Let's go. Let's go. Told you, Matt. Told you. You know, this only reason I know because I've been through it. Told you, man. Hey, and I'm glad you kept going, man. Glad you kept going. That's awesome. That's awesome. Thanks for that update. My car just kicked on. I thought I heard a noise. I gotta put some oil in this car. I'd be forgetting. I was real good at maintenance on this car, and then I kind of let it slip. I gotta get back to it. Sean checking in from Vancouver. How you doing? Yeah, I know. If you know, we might get moderators one day. We might. Angela, you're definitely first in line. You definitely first in line, Angela. If I ever, you know, go for it. I just don't feel right having people do stuff for me. Oh, they're back. Oh, boom. I got them quick that time. Look at that. Look at that. Sniped. Boom. Look at that. Got that one quick. Y'all didn't even see that one. Y'all didn't even see it. Some of y'all didn't even see that one. What are you talking about? He got to it too quick. I got to it too quick. People didn't see it. 0.2 seconds. Yeah, man. Man, I do this. Oh man. Hashtag livestream king. I feel like those troll bots. I like that. That sounds even cooler. Troll bot with a Z. Trolls bots. Why would there be a Z in troll bots? Trolls bots. Getting paid to block bots. Sounds like a game. Hey, no problem, Kevin. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for being part of the community. JBaby07, I'm with you. Like, I don't see the point. Like, has anyone ever clicked on one of those and went to their website? Like, I don't get it. But it must do something. You know, I guess if I was in the mood for whatever they're pushing, I would be like, thank you. I mean, yeah, but if I wanted that, I could just find it for my, I don't know. I don't understand it, but it's got to be doing something. It's got to be doing something. It's got to be doing something. Yeah, I'm stubborn with the moderator thing. I'm just very like, I don't feel right having somebody do something for me. But I don't want to pay nobody. I just don't. And it's like, you know what I mean? You know, I don't know. Oop, that wasn't a bot, but that one's gone. I was at that one. I was just the same. Come on now. Silly comments twice in a row. Gotta go. There's a battle rapper called Big K, and he has like the largest block list on Twitter. I think my block list on YouTube might be just as long. Lehigh, thank you. Super Chat Squad, Lehigh coming through. Said your videos are amazing. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that and appreciate the support for real. Super Chat Squad, thank you. Always good to hear positive feedback about your videos. And please know, folks, the videos are definitely. It's not just gonna be all live streams on the channel. We got videos too. It's just honestly these days I can't put out. I'm trying to put more into my videos these days. You know what I mean? I'm trying to put more into my videos. So some of the videos that like before I would have put out just boom, boom, boom. I can't do it no more. I'm trying to put out a better product. Not saying there won't every now and then be one like that, but like I'm trying to put out a better product. So if it seems like there's less videos, please know we got ideals. We're doing research. It's just a matter of getting that thing looking right before we put it out there. But I appreciate you saying that, Lehigh. Thank you so much. Super Chat Squad. Matt did 20 push-ups, 200 push-ups. Oh, 200 push-ups first time in your life. Boom. Sobriety's already working. Got the push-up count up. Feeling good. Michelle says, has live chats help increase subs? I think I can definitely see a change in the channel and on like all metrics when I started like regularly live streaming a few years ago. If you were to just look at the analytics, I don't think a ton of people directly subscribe from the live stream. Sometimes some people do. Some of the live streams that do better do really well on the rewatch. I get a decent number of subscribers from them. But I will say I think the increased watch time has made the algorithm recommend my channel more. You know what I mean? Like I think the increased watch time, and that's another reason why I don't understand why every creator. I'm glad they're not. Because it allows the algorithm to have way more space for me. But I don't like if you're a creator and you know how much the live stream, the algorithm loves watch time. One of the best ways to get your watch time up is live stream. Nothing YouTube loves more than people staying on YouTube. And if someone stays on YouTube for an hour and listens to your live stream, that's huge to the algorithm. So yeah, I think the live streams have definitely helped me with the algorithm. Appreciate you saying that, Aisha. JBaby07, 6 days a week, surrounded by 20-somethings, you ready to go? Hey, you know the game, just leave. Employers hate me. Boy, jobs don't like me. They're like, you always tell people to leave. 6 days a week. The 20-somethings, but 6 days a week. That's a bit much. I was doing that. That was a bit much. Aisha, thank you. Super Chat Squad, Super Chat Train. Because I'm a fan of the live streams, and I appreciate that. I appreciate the people who appreciate the live streams and come through. I still get comments from people who be like, why your videos ain't shorter? I can't watch them long ones. And I understand it. Part of me is like, well, just don't watch the whole thing. But I understand it. I've got content creators that they'll do a topic and I'm like, oh, that's a stream. I ain't got time. But I appreciate the people who appreciate the streams, and I appreciate you saying that, Aisha, and I appreciate the support of a financial nature. Thank you. Yeah, Michelle, I just kind of thought that's what everybody did. If you come through, you can't watch it all, you leave. If you don't have time to watch it, you just don't watch it. Watch it at 2x, whatever. But I realize we live in and no judgment. We live in a society, in a time period, I should say, where some people feel like any thought that enters their head, they have to speak about it. So some people feel the need, if you post a video and it's longer than the time they have to watch, to tell you to click on that video, to click on said video and tell you, I'm not watching this because it's too long. But I did have the time to click and write this comment. But you suck because you make these long videos. It's the day and age we live in. You just got to accept it. Nothing wrong with them people. They're just playing that's the way they play the game. They play the game as what I would consider an oversharer. But it helps me out. It's another comment. They're just stroking the algorithm for me. It's another comment. If you got a short attention span, there's TikTok, there's YouTube Shorts. I should have said there's YouTube Shorts first, being as I'm a YouTube man. And then there's if you have to, there's TikTok, which TikTok is cool. I just haven't got to the place where making TikToks, my brain is too long form. So whenever I think of a concept or like a video idea, I always think long because I've been trying to talk. TikTok is the exact opposite. My brain currently isn't wired that way. My brain is like, why do it in 30 seconds when you could stretch it out to 8 minutes? Throw a couple ads in there. What are we doing? Like, stretch it out to 8 minutes, do some slick edits, throw a couple ads in. What are we doing? Tina, yeah, I answered a second ago. Yeah, we still good. I actually sent you a message that you didn't respond to on Instagram. But we good. We good. Yeah, people like things the way they like it, and if you don't give it to them the way they like it, they have to comment about it. Oh, it's all good, Tina. It's all good. I'm a man of my word. Toby says, I gotta tell you, I keep thinking about that quiet quitting every time I go to work now and just smile. Hey, does that mean you are quiet quitting, Toby? It's all good. It's all good. That video got a lot of engagement. That video got a lot of comments. Yeah. That was a fun one. That was a fun one. I thought that one would, because I hadn't heard nothing about it. I'm waiting for the media. I just need one media outlet to pick up the phrase. More and more people are making videos about it. Some of them, showing love, shouting your boy out. Shout out to my boy Richie Sky. I'm just waiting for one media outlet to pick it up. And since, they gonna have to come talk to me. They don't have to. But, if they go on YouTube, who's this guy? I'm just waiting. Regina, thank you. Appreciate that. Super Chat Squad says was worth gold as ever. Okay. Ever consider writing a book about common sense, which is so uncommon? I do want to write a book, but I'm waiting for an idea. I'm waiting for the book to be written up here, and then it can come out. I don't think it's up there yet. You don't think about a book about common sense? Like, what would you say? I feel like people have it or they don't. Like, can you teach someone common sense? I feel like that's the problem. I don't think you could write a book that would give someone common sense if they don't have it. You know what I mean? And then we could take it a step deeper, but like, what is common sense? But you know what I mean? Like, I just don't know if like someone doesn't have, they wouldn't get the book. If someone doesn't have common sense, they read a book on common sense, they go, but what's he talking about? I don't know what this dude's talking about. But I definitely do want to write a book. But I'm just kind of waiting. Y'all know me. I'm not somebody who I'm gonna do it just for the money. So I feel like a lot of people just slap books together for the money. No judgment. Get your coins, get your checks up. But I'm waiting until there's a genuine message that is so alive in me that I'm like, oh, I got to write about this. Yeah, so that's what I'm waiting on. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate that. Thank you. That's true, Jess. Yeah, maybe the media staying quiet because they don't want to tell people, give people other options. Leonard is up chapter 1. Look good, feel good, shave. Lost, you've been wanting to busk on the streets? Do it. Turn a bit of extra cash on the bucket drop. Let's go. But I'm only a beginner. Should I wait out longer until I'm a good enough, or jump in the deep end and start now? I'm gonna say jump in the deep end. That's because I'm just a guy on the internet. I'm not going to be the person who has to be out there playing 2 5-gallon buckets badly. I'm just messing with you. But no, I would honestly, here's the thing. I feel like the average person that's going to come along and give you some money when you're busking isn't going to stand there and be like, nah, you know what I mean? I feel like you get the money because people respect the hustle, respect the grind. So I think you can go out there at the level you're at, and you might even make more money because people are like, oh, this person's out there getting to it. Obviously learning, obviously, people. Here's the thing too. We like to see progression. Somebody might come by when you first get out there, stop for a little bit, move on. 2 weeks later, they come back and you're killing them drums. Blah, 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 blah. They might be like, oh, snap. And respect the hustle, respect the progression, throw you a crisper down. You know what I mean? That's slang for a $20 bill. So no one else uses that but a couple people in Montana. So like I would recommend start now. I mean, but that's good advice in life and anything. Start now. But I could see that being profitable for you just from people seeing you out there working, people seeing your progression. And spring just got here. You might as well get out here, get all this money, get that drum money as soon as you can. So I say go for it. Jaded, how's it going? Good to see you. See, J Baby 07 said, I see some people not really good at it making money. Yeah, maybe they're like, if we give this person enough money, they'll go home. And they'll stop, playing the tambourine in front of my door. Yeah, man, spring is here. It was like 82 degrees here today in the Denver area. I'm here for it. Spring is here, and I'm here for spring. Spring is here, and I am here for spring. Shaquita just finished up your first day of quiet quitting. Okay, how'd it go? By the way, if anybody gets in trouble for quiet quitting, don't say Tim told you to do it. I'm all for it, but I didn't say do it. I just talked about it. I just talked about it. We weighed the pros and cons. Don't when they call you in the office and say, hey, sorry, we've been seeing you over there doing absolutely the bare minimum, and this isn't that type of environment, we're gonna have to let you go. Don't bring up Timothy Ward. Actually do, because maybe then they'll go watch the video. That's more views. Don't say Timothy Ward, maybe do it. Unless you're talking about seasonal work or minimal. I'm just messing with you. Bring me up anytime you want to. Put it on a t-shirt. Put it on a t-shirt, sell it for $19.94. But yeah, hey, do you. However you got to get through the work, we can get that check. Yeah, man, that video, lots of engagement. I was pleasantly surprised. Lots of engagement. So many people weighing in. JBaby07's got the t-shirts on the printing press now. Trying to get up out that job. Make some money to get up out that job. What do you got against 20-somethings, JBaby07? I'm just messing with you. You know I'm just messing with you. That's true, Jade. Boss is quiet quit too. Boss is quiet quit too. Tony, definitely a good time to subscribe. Welcome to the journey. Lost, you've been quiet quitting and practicing the drums? That's how you do it. If you're going to quiet quit, you might as well take that time that you're not working totally and pick up another skill. Lost is about to go beat on drum buckets. Bucket drums. Bucko drums. Now, when people come and say, hey, how did you manage to make more money busking than you did your last job? Bring me up. In that scenario, bring me up. Bring me up. So I wasn't sure about it. This Timothy Ward guy told me to go for it. Now, if they arrest you for beating on bucket drums, don't mention me. Don't mention me. I feel you, J Baby 07. You need somebody to relate to. Who's this Bailey with the tramp stamp? Ooh, that sounds like my type of conversation. I'd eat that up. Where'd you go? Can we see it? Okay. See, that's Bailey sounds hot. That's all I'm saying. The boss called the police on you, E, for no reason. I would have walked. You didn't walk out. You're a better person than me. Call the cops on me at work. I'm gone. I'm gonna give you I'm saying, since the cops are here, I don't want y'all to come for no reason. Let me give you a reason to take me downtown. I wouldn't say that. I'd be thinking it. I wouldn't come back. Trust. That's serious. I wouldn't come back. Nah. They call the cops on you and let you keep your job? See, in America, that would never happen. The cops get called. You either getting fired or you never come in. You quitting. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to, but I think I'm going to have to jump off. I've actually got a prior engagement I got to get ready for, and I have to use the bathroom. Just being honest, putting it out there. I wanted to let y'all know why. I was trying to go 2 hours, but yeah. So hey, it's always good to leave wanting more, right? So I appreciate y'all tuning in. Big shout out to the Super Chat Squad. Everybody came through, showed love. Big shout out to all the thumbs uppers. Big shout out to the whole community, the usual suspects. I appreciate the questions, the comments, the love. Shout out to the people we had to block as well. Shout out to the bots. Shout out to the people working hard, trolling, and putting bots out there. Peace and love to everyone. I love each and every one of y'all. Mean that from the bottom of my heart. Thank y'all so much for spending time with me. Talk to y'all later. And you're okay. Nothing wrong with you.